Me, Skip, I think Floyd just looked. Floyd, you done made enough money.
Things didn't go right. Took a loss. I took a heavy loss, actually. But nothing can hold me back.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe strongly reacted after hearing claims that Floyd Mayweather had gone bankrupt following a reported $42 million scam. Sharpe said he was extremely disappointed and emphasized that all legal procedures, including both state and federal requirements, had reportedly been completed properly. In his view, Mayweather should have personally verified the situation and taken responsibility. Sharpe added that someone operating at Mayweather's level should never ignore important financial details and must exercise far greater caution when making major money decisions.
Disappointed. The thing is that Floyd is what they call an independent contractor. And what happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you two checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service.
In response to increasing criticism, Floyd Mayweather addressed his outlook on wealth. He explained that speaking openly about money should not automatically be viewed as a negative trait. According to Mayweather, financial success has simply been a means for him to enjoy life and pursue unique experiences. He believes that having financial independence gives him the ability to define his own happiness and explore opportunities that most people never get the chance to pursue. This way of thinking, he says, is what drives many of his bold and unconventional financial decisions.
Floyd, you seem really comfortable talking about money. A lot of people in the UK are not. So what are your beliefs around money?
Just because I talk about money doesn't make me a bad person. I mean, I like to have the finer things in life. Money don't make me, I make money. I like to feed my family. We can't feed our family just saying I love you. Money is able to put us in a position so we can have the finer things in life. So we are able to travel over to the UK and experience and do different things. We're able to travel to Dubai and other countries and have fun and live life and experience different things. So when you're able to make a lot of money, you're able to do those certain things. And for those people that don't have any money, because life is all about having different experiences.
Floyd Mayweather has acknowledged that many of his business choices involve significant risk. He explained that he often puts money into projects that most people don't fully understand. In his view, this type of strategy can lead to new opportunities, but it also comes with the possibility of failure. Mayweather even admitted that the majority of these investments, around 90%, do not work out as planned. This mindset reflects his approach in business, where he is willing to take big chances in hopes that one major success will outweigh the losses.
The money I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me, and it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes. And
then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing. I've gotten great results because I took my time.
Floyd Mayweather frequently demonstrates his belief that wealth represents success. Through videos and posts on social media, he often shows large bank deposits and stacks of cash. For Mayweather, these displays are not simply about showing off. They represent the journey he has taken to reach his current level of success. However, critics such as Shannon Sharpe see it differently. They argue that constantly highlighting wealth could take attention away from responsible financial management.
The money man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. Everybody. Had girl collection Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Shannon Sharpe didn't limit his criticism to the reported scam situation. He also raised concerns about Floyd Mayweather continuing to participate in exhibition fights. Sharpe argued that the pay-per-view sales are largely driven by fans who tune in hoping to see Mayweather finally lose. In his view, these events no longer resemble traditional boxing contests and feel closer to entertainment spectacles similar to WWE. According to Sharpe, the issue goes beyond performance. He believes it reflects a legendary career being turned into a product aimed mainly at generating profit.
I'm sure he could be 60 years of age and people would still pay per view to watch him box something.
And so the allure is still there.
Yeah.
They want to see Floyd get beat, even if it's somebody that's not a name that a YouTuber did something that a world champion couldn't do.
Yeah. Didn't?
Yes.
No.
But I saw Floyd Mayweather get knocked down.
But at what point does Floyd have enough money not to stoop to do these exhibitions? But at some point, there is athletic dignity attached to 50 and 0, and that's the allure of this.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of, okay?
And the people that they're putting him in there with can't put him in harm's way.
No,
So he doesn't see like you said, I watched this ruckus on Twitter. I was like,
what?
Like, oh my goodness.
Okay.
It definitely was like WWE.
Shannon Sharpe continued his criticism by referencing Floyd Mayweather's exhibition fight with Logan Paul. Sharpe argued that the matchup did not reflect the level of respect expected for a legendary boxer. In his view, Mayweather seemed willing to take part in these types of events primarily for financial gain. This, he suggested, raises concerns about legacy and respect within the sport. Sharpe questioned why someone who achieved so much in boxing would risk diminishing that reputation for quick paydays, concluding that Mayweather appears to be placing money ahead of honor.
Get back?
Yep.
Does this man have no shame?
No.
Is he not easy money Mayweather now?
Get that money.
Yeah. Get that money.
He'll pick up either 15, 20 mil.
He was a highly respected champion.
Still
He
is.
dominated the sport.
Yes.
Greatest defensive fighter ever. And you're going to stoop to this?
Yep.
It's not even the right Paul. It's not Jake Paul. It's the older
We get
brother.
the brother. We get the brother.
He's
there.
easier.
Look, I was like, I started with the moment Nate Robinson hit that canvas face first.
Yep.
I'm like, who can we nominate as an athlete to get our get back? I looked at James Johnson.
Okay, but it's not Jake. It's the older brother.
I want somebody.
Somebody?
Brandon Marshall. Our first thing first, Brandon Marshall.
Yep.
But I'm gonna tell you who good with their hands, and you might not know. Curtis Martin.
So what?
And we want our get back. That's what.
So you want Curtis Martin to fight Jake Paul
I
now?
wanted to fight something. We go get our get back. Y'all not finna have bragging
Well,
rights.
this isn't even a fight.
Nope.
This is an exhibition.
No, I know what happens.
How low can you go?
Skip, I know you over there. You're like, yeah, we got him. No. We go get our get back. This for the culture. We got to represent. Money, represent.
Represent?
Yep, lump him up.
You represented against Conor McGregor, and it was a worthy fight.
That's
It
okay,
was
we'll
actually
get
a battle.
We gonna lump him up. Yeah, we gonna lump him up.
As Floyd Mayweather turns more attention toward real estate investments, some of his statements have raised doubts. He recently said that he had purchased around 1,000 housing units spread across 62 buildings in New York City. However, available property records appear to tell a different story. None of the buildings reportedly show updated ownership details, and organizations such as the NYC Housing Partnership have not received notice of any related transactions. Because of this, people in the real estate sector are beginning to question whether Mayweather's claims may have been overstated.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. I mean, we all know him, the tremendous, talented boxer, but people don't realize how smart he is in business, especially real estate. He just did a blockbuster deal, forget about it. Upper Manhattan, 1,000 units, consisting of 60 buildings, affordable housing, $402 million purchase price. The seller, Black Spruce Management. This is going to be a monster huge deal. Already a very big portion of it already closed. The remaining portion should be closing the beginning of 2025. This is a guy who believes in long-term wealth, generational wealth. He's heavily involved in skyscrapers. Now he's getting very, very big in affordable housing in Upper Manhattan. Tremendous deal. $402 million. Once again, 1,000 units, 60 buildings. Forget about it, Maron. That's what I'm talking about. That's smart. That's generational wealth, in my opinion. Not financial advice, not a financial planner, but very, very impressed. Floyd Mayweather Jr. Not too shabby. V for victory.
While attempting to confirm Floyd Mayweather's reported property purchases, journalists ran into further uncertainty. A person said to be connected to his business operations insisted the deals were legitimate, but declined to provide an official statement. During the conversation, another individual joined the call and identified himself as James McNair, yet his voice reportedly did not match previous recordings associated with that name. This unusual interaction has added to the doubts surrounding the legitimacy of Mayweather's claimed real estate investments.
What's the point of buying 62 buildings? You buy a couple.
No, 62 units, I think, right?
No, 62 units could be one building.
Yeah, it could be.
They got buildings with 90 units and
Yeah, it's
100
true.
and some units.
He has 62 multifamily units. That's what it says. So that's 62 buildings. Like you just said, it's probably
So
62
think about
buildings.
it.
Yeah.
If he has that, some of the buildings might not be in the best condition.
Right.
So knock it down and build, or knock, if they're side by side, knock both of them down. Don't renew rents. Let them move out and then build a skyscraper.
Right.
Or if he makes commercial properties out of some of those.
That's what I'm saying.
A person claiming to represent Floyd Mayweather explained that Floyd's interest in certain housing projects comes from his upbringing in affordable housing. According to this explanation, that background inspired him to invest in rent-regulated properties. The concept of earning profits, while also contributing something positive to the community, reportedly appealed to him. Once the idea took hold, he was said to be eager to acquire as many of these properties as possible. While this personal motivation may sound meaningful, critics question whether the story is being used to support unclear or potentially exaggerated business claims.
He's collecting rent, hustlers. You know how much rent that is? And guess what? I don't know his paperwork, but obviously if you spent that much in real estate, it looks like he spent it in one shot, but even if he didn't, but usually he did. And if he dealt with the same person, you get a deal, right? So through these deals, he's making money. It's definitely an income situation. They're all apartments. It's not a commercial building. They're all apartment buildings, which are commercial, but they're apartments. So guess what? $402 million in real estate. Hey, he's $500 million in real estate just off apartment.
In recent years, Floyd Mayweather has increasingly turned his attention toward real estate. However, as his statements about these investments grow more ambitious, some industry observers believe the scale of his holdings may be overstated. While his stated intention may be to combine financial success with community impact, the lack of clear documentation and the bold nature of his claims have raised doubts about how extensive his portfolio truly is. As a result, public opinion remains divided, with some people impressed by his ambitions, while others remain skeptical.
Hey, who said Floyd ain't still out here doing big deals? Money Mayweather just inked a massive $402 million real estate deal in New York City, buying up 60 apartment buildings from Black Spruce Management, the equivalent of 1,000 apartment units. Now, Floyd said the goal is to be able to provide affordable housing to families that need it. Most of the units are located in Upper Manhattan. And he said that when he was a kid, his dream was just to be able to own a home, and that you can achieve anything if you put your mind to it. Damn, Floyd just bought the block. I'm proud of Floyd. He's come a long way. This is a guy who was once seen burning money in a nightclub. He spent $17 million on a watch. Not to pocket watch him, but people looked at him for years like, yo, he wastes a lot of money. Does he ever give back? And now he's providing affordable housing? Damn, Money Mayweather's come a long way. This is a real good look. It shows evolution. It shows maturity. Not to mention, It's always great to see another person of color become a landlord in New York City.
Long before the controversies, Floyd Mayweather forged his empire by putting his money where his mouth was. He famously wagered $750,000 on his own fight, a high-stakes move that kick-started his journey into business. From that moment, he built his financial path independently, without relying on traditional management. Fans admired the DIY approach for its boldness, yet the same strategy carried risks that are now becoming more apparent.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank Boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
Unlike many professional athletes, Floyd Mayweather has always managed his career and financial affairs on his own, never bringing in a traditional manager. This approach gave him complete control over his deals, but also placed the full burden of responsibility on his shoulders. When his decision succeeded, it propelled him to the ranks of the wealthiest athletes ever. However, operating without a professional team also leaves him vulnerable. Errors or scams can have serious consequences. In many ways, Mayweather's independence has been both his greatest advantage and his biggest risk.
I think with Floyd, he's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to his wealth? He didn't have to cut a
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him, and but he does everything goes through him, everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training wise, man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like the top boys. I just thought, don't worry, because I love a row and I love the fighting. Just turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, but after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, got sting coming at my ass.
Mayweather frequently reflects on the difference between his era and today's digital age. He points out that gaining influence back then required relentless effort. Every bit of attention had to be earned, unlike now, when anyone can reach millions with a click of a button. He believes that struggle is what gives his legacy real weight. However, critics contend that he is relying too heavily on that past reputation, making decisions today that could potentially tarnish the image he worked so hard to build.
You and Taylor Swift?
Probably Taylor Swift.
Yeah?
Taylor Swift didn't come up in the same era as me. But I don't know if Taylor Swift can be relevant. Almost 30 years.
I was around, but the Floyd effect, the Taylor Swift effect.
Yes.
Like you both have maximized and pushed the envelope and really just set the bar for everybody else that's coming after you.
But in today's time, there's different. You can push one button and 8 billion people can see it.
Yeah.
Right.
Remember how I got to the top. I had to grind. I had to wrap vehicles, take them across country with my face on it. I go a month straight doing interviews every day from morning to night to build myself.
Yeah.
So I come from nothing, but now push a button, and all you gotta do is sit back and watch. If I had a head start like these fighters nowadays, man, what? I have every belt in box.
Floyd Mayweather has publicly stated that he makes roughly $30 million each month, a sum that, if consistent, would put his annual earnings in the billions, outpacing even tech mogul Bill Gates. Even in retirement, Mayweather continues to pursue big money through exhibition fights. For many fans, the ultimate payday would be a rematch against Conor McGregor, an event sure to generate staggering revenue and global attention. But the question remains, would such a fight be worth the potential impact on his legacy? It's a debate that continues to captivate both supporters and critics alike.
What would be the value in seeing it a second time? The first one wasn't bad, but the whole thing was this notion of suspense and unpredictability. And what would it be? Well, you got to see what it was. He got marched down and beaten up.
Yeah, it seems like Floyd might realize within himself that that's the last giant money fight he can make. It would have to be as close to a real fight as possible. I mean, it's a Conor who can still throw his hands, although to your point, the brand is damaged and, you know, he needs a win badly in the UFC to revive that. But I wonder if Floyd at 45 is saying to himself, if I've got to fight one more time, a real fight, and that Logan fight was weird, and Floyd, I think, didn't expect to have to navigate it the way he did. I wonder if Floyd thinks this is it. But even that could be a trap fight for him, Luke, because of his age. You never know, okay? But to your point, it's hard to get amped up for it unless one or both of them is sort of riding a certain level of momentum.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned. Until next time.